Last year, 2012, I presented a large group hoop choreography in New York as part of a artistic festival called Figment. And I opened an open call for hoopers from New York City and all over to come learn a very simple 10-minute piece of choreography for all skill levels, all ages, sizes, all over. I think we had about 5 or 8 states represented and 3 different countries. We had a series of 3 generations dancing. And I'm here to talk to you today about radically inclusive community experience and spectacle performance, and all the benefits of doing it and how to do it kind of sanely so that you as the organizer don't get overwhelmed with, you know, working with 100 people. 100 people is a lot. So the casting call was just an open call. I had actually originally developed the piece of choreography in 2011, and in the process of performing it in 2011, I realized that I had written my own love story. I was dancing it with 40 people in 2011, and it was a pretty amazing experience. I had actually realized as I was dancing the piece that there was a love story woven into the lyrics of the song and that had kind of come to life in my own personal life. So that inspired me to make the performance bigger, and I knew that there were just so many hoopers in that area that I could possibly get 100 to come dance with me. Now, 100 wasn't exactly a hard, fast goal. It was just more about getting as many hoopers as possible to learn this piece of work so that we could create this beautiful sea of glittery, spirally goodness and joy and create a performance spectacle out of it. This is the landing page for Hello 100 on my website, which was a public page. Hi, Randy. A public page where people could come and learn information, register for the dance, and then once registered, hoopers were given access to a private page on my website, which was the Hooper Hello Kit, where they could go and click on different links for their frequently asked questions. These are all done in Google documents, and I would highly recommend anybody who teaches or organizes any kind of anything, get yourself familiar with Google Docs, because I had an open document for participant questions in an effort so that my email inbox wouldn't get flooded with hundreds of questions. So there was one landing page for hoopers to ask all their questions about the event. We had tier assignments. So this 10-minute piece of choreography was broken out into 10 different levels of dance. It was kind of a cumulative dance that built one upon the next. And 1 minute, 10 people are dancing. The next minute, 20 people are dancing. So that by the time we finished the piece, we had 100 people on the field dancing. It's beautiful. This is the landing page for the collection of videos. They were all unlisted YouTube videos, so only the hoopers who were registered for the dance had access to these videos. And this was parent linked off of that Hello Kit. And the videos were sectioned off into which tier the hooper was in, whether they were in tier 1, which was the lead tier, you danced the entire piece, all the way down to tier, I think we actually finished with 8 or 9. Yeah, 10 was like for my friends in New York who were like, I really like what you're doing, but I have no time to learn anything. It's okay, you can just learn the last minute and be part of the finale. So we had different levels of participation where people could learn just the last minute or learn the whole thing if they really wanted to sink their teeth into participating. Again, Google Documents, Google Maps, you can go in and create your places. So I had a map laid out for all of our locations for rehearsals, our locations for our preview performances, locations for our actual performance there on Governor's Island. And this was mainly for you know, definitely for the New Yorkers who were participating, but we had so many people coming from out of town that I wanted the participation level to be as accessible as possible. So the Governor's Island here is this really unique part of New York that is only open during the summer months. And you get to ride a 5-minute ferry to get there. It's kind of epic and exquisite all at the same time. And once you're there, it's like you're transformed. You're no longer in New York City. So we really wanted to kind of create this experience that was unique to New York, but also unique New York. This is unique to New York, but also accessible to people from out of town. This is a slide of the Kickstarter fundraiser that I initiated successfully. Woohoo! And what I'm not showing is my byline budget, but we raised just over our goal. The goal was $42.35, and the highest cost in that budget was a professional videographic team. We shot the piece on Sunday, 2 separate performances from 6 different angles, so that when we were editing, we had 12 different channels to choose from. That's a whole other hoop talk right there, editing your videos. But also included in that budget were the byline, the costs for the dancer gifts. In appreciation for hoopers coming near and far to participate in this work, I wanted to honor them with a participation gift. I couldn't pay them, but sometimes the experience is worth more than a monetary gift in their hand. So, oh, and here's my little collage of the Hooper gifts that I gave out. This is a T-shirt in the center there, designed by one of the Hoopers that was in the performance. She did all the artwork. I did pay her. I did pay my artist. And then the T-shirts and the printing were also one of the big bylines of the budget. Up in the far corner on that, what is that, your right? I made little sculpey heart pendants with a little marble inside to give each of my dancers as a little token of my love for their participation. Every dancer got a bottle of water, and up in that corner were these little lawn flags that we labeled Hello 100, separated our little space. We started with a very big circle at the Figment event, and there's my little event marker. Here, front and center, we've got, this is one of the stills from the piece itself. You might recognize the Hooper who's in the center there. It's Ali Luminescent. We actually have a number of Hoopers here at Hoop Convergence that performed the work last summer, and it's just something so special when it all came together after all the work. It is a lot of admin work, you know, we're keeping track of a lot of people, but my thing was that I would just want people to sign up. I want them to do their homework. I want them to learn the work. We had rehearsals that were open but not mandatory. I did have 2 rehearsals that were mandatory for people who were in town that could come. And in that process, you know, this really beautiful thing starts to happen that in New York we have a lot of different pockets of Hoopers. Now, you might be coming from a place that's smaller in population or smaller in Hooper numbers than New York, but I've been talking with some other people in other communities and realizing that our Hooper numbers are growing, and these kind of events are really possible. It may not be 100, but to gather as many Hoopers as possible, I call it cross-partisan hooping, where even though there's lots of different pockets of Hoopers in New York, they might not all know each other. There's different teachers, there's loads of different teachers, and there's lots of different people that don't always interact. So coming together in an event like Hello 100 at a larger event like the Figment Project, which is also another hoop talk, but the Figment Project is this amazing participatory arts event that's spreading. Started in New York, and now I think they've branched out to about 8 or 10 cities. So be on the lookout for Figment. It's a great opportunity to present large work and bring community together. I let go of the goal of having 100 Hoopers exactly. Like I said, I wanted people to sign up, I wanted people to participate, and what ended up happening is the word spread and we got more and more people involved, so that by the time our last show took stage, you know, went around the circle and got everybody pumped up and counted the numbers, and we had about 97 on that final show. And if you haven't already seen it online on the YouTube, there is a really beautifully edited video documentation of the piece. It's long, you got to sit through it, but it's super fun, and you'll see the very end here where this whole conglomeration of hoopers just come and tackle me with hula hoops, and it's really, really special. It's a very, very big event, and very big for New York, I feel like, and big for our community. And I still hear from the people who participated in it how it touched them or changed them in some way. One girl quit her job, she moved out to California, and it's like that was it for her. That was sort of what she needed to get through whatever her block was. And that's all I have to say about Hello 100.